Have you ever been to a cemetery on Halloween night?
That is white people activities. I will flinch and jump, but I always think I'm so fat you can't see my body move. I'm not feeding my kid candy bars. You kidding me?
Well, I mean, you leave them unbuckled.
So, shut up, Julia. The first thing I would say if I woke up next to Julia, I can explain. Wait, is that what it looks like? Levi! Oh no! I need an adult.
You are an adult.
You ready? Let's get it. Absolutely not. Oh boy.
What is up, everybody?
Hey, everybody.
As you can tell, Mr. Incredible has joined us today.
I need to cross my legs. This is unsightly.
So what's your costume, Caleb? By the way, thanks for joining us, guys. Thanks for coming back.
Welcome back to another episode of That's How You Feel, Halloween Spooky Edition or whatever.
Yeah, I was gonna do.
Jeez.
Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share. So what's your costume today, Caleb?
And thank you to those who have already liked, commented, shared. Please buy our merch. You know, we still got merch on sale at that'showyoufeelshow.com.
Yeah, his kid is starving.
All proceeds go to diapers and formula and Cheerios. So
yeah.
I'm not gonna say what my costume is. If you don't know who this is, then we're obviously not that great of friends. Like, you don't have good taste in movies, so.
That's true. Well, you would think I'm just Mr. Incredible.
The Kool-Aid Man.
No. Good. So you would think I'm just Mr. Incredible, but I'm not just Mr. Incredible.
Oh, jeez.
I am Fortnite Mr. Incredible. Got my shields. Juice. You need shields? You need shield up? My chug jugs.
You're so dumb. Does your wife do you know about this?
Yeah, I'm Fortnite. I'm the skin from Fortnite, Mr. Incredible skin.
You're a Fortnite skin. Oh my god! Thank you for liking, commenting. I'm not entertaining this.
You want chug jug?
No, I don't know what that is.
Bro, it gives you 25. Not 25. Yeah, 25 health. Shield.
Let's just get right into the show, man. I'm not about to play with you right now.
Hold on. It takes 15 seconds, to drink this thing.
I'm so sorry. You are way too excited about this episode. Oh my goodness. So to the viewers, if you were watching this, I'm sorry about my legs if they're in the shot, because it's a lot. I feel like, what's that movie, Basic Instinct, where the lady has to cross her legs?
Your knee's a little ashy.
Oh no. Oh well, we're big ashy out here, I guess. Big ashy on the podcast.
Yeah, trifling.
All right, let's get into we're just getting into some comments already, huh?
That's right.
All right. Well, hey, first of all, thank you to our previous guest, Amber, last week for being on the show. Appreciate you.
Shout out Amber Rose 89?
Something 89. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't even know who that girl is.
Met her in the grocery store.
Met her in the grocery store. Let's get into some comments from old episodes.
Yeah, so from this wasn't our reel from when we talked about our faith, but it was about me ranting about date night and how men need to let their pride go.
Mm-hmm.
And we have a comment from In. This is so real. I went to Lumineer's show back in 2012, and my boyfriend came with me and was such a Debbie Downer the entire time. Ended up leaving early crying because he made it such a miserable experience.
Pitiful.
Yeah, man, let your pride go. And first off, Lumineers?
I wouldn't want to go.
Oh, that's that would be an incredible show.
Is your mask bothering you? I feel like you should just take it off. No. We know who you are. Like, you can.
No, I'm good. I'm Gucci, bruh.
Ugh.
Next is your comment to read.
Okay, cool. So this is from, I guess, so we asked a bunch of people, and I love this question so much because it's got a lot of engagement. But we asked people, if you could be dumped into any sitcom show, which show would you want to be dumped into? And my favorite comment was the show Bob's Burgers. And I love that show. So shout out to Panda Sarah Chan 0330. Bob's Burgers. Shout out to you. You my kind of people.
That's great, but I actually think my favorite comment was from Anna, just Anna. I want to be a Kardashian.
Yeah.
I can complain about how hard I work while my kids have nannies and I have a chef and a housekeeper. I'm not gonna lie, that is the life.
I worked so
Dang it,
hard.
I did it again.
Okay, so another comment comes from, I want to say Kaylee Marie Tattoo. Modern Family. They're all rich and relatively nice to each other.
Another great answer.
But see, whose family in Modern Family would you want to be dumped into? Like
whose? I think I would be the Sofia Vergara though. That'd be hilarious. The blonde mom with the husband and the 2 kids.
Oh, really? That's like the low. I want to be. I forget the husband's name, but Cam's husband, Cam and his husband.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Like the gay couple played by Eric Stone Street and some other person. I forget his name. He's a great actor. But yeah, I would want to be, because they love Lily like so much, and they just want to take care of that baby.
And they're hilarious.
They are hilarious. I'd have a ball being their kid.
Yeah.
So I asked you a question a while back about if Hollywood called you to play the Grand Wizard of a KKK in a movie, how much would they have to offer you to take the role? And you said you would just hang up the phone.
Correct.
Now, this comment comes from Devi Foreman 2855, and
your brother,
my brother, and all he said was "cat."
Devi, why are you trifling?
Cat.
What? That's trifling.
I thought that was great. That was so funny. So there's no amount of money that hey, we're going to offer you $10 million to play this for this movie role. It's acting.
I get it, but no, like that's because the premise is, first off, if they called me and this is my big debut, no.
You're acting, but see,
you would never be able, like, that is what people would, like, if you were future films, that's what they would view you as.
Yeah, like what's his name? Robert Pattinson is Edward Cullen. Like,
yeah.
And so, like, I mean,
and someone said on TikTok, all the money would go for reparations.
Yeah, that was
towards reparations.
Every penny you make needs to go straight to reparations.
Which, I mean, you ain't wrong.
I mean, I would donate a portion of it. I think it'd be great. Look, if you did it, if they called you for whatever reason, I'd be like, bro, you better take that.
You'd have to be in the movie with me.
Yeah, but see, then, do I have to play a slave? Like, because I'd be so bummed. Like, how much money would Hollywood have to call me? How much money would Hollywood have to offer me to play a slave? I'd be like, oh, buddy. Like, if I'm an extra, like, if I'm just like an extra in the background, I'd do that for a little chunk of change. But like to be like the main slave.
See, that's true. See, now flip, yeah. Right? Flip it. Flip the question.
To play a slave, though?
Do I have this on right?
I don't know. Like, you'd have to pay me some serious money to, like, I don't know. Well, hey, you never know. I don't know what that check looking like, so we'll see.
But Devi, I can't fight you. Hater. Man, he would take me in an instant.
He boxes for real.
I know.
So,
I know. You trifling, but don't come at me. Don't come.
We're gonna have him on soon.
I'm ready for it. I've been waiting.
I think he's gonna be on in a couple weeks. I think he might be in town soon. So, okay, let's get into the question of the day.
Thanks for letting us know.
we got some time. All right.
I'm not gonna lie. I do need my glasses.
Yeah, you can't read. That's why I'm doing all the comments. All right, question of the day.
Question of the day.
No, be honest. Do you really only take one piece of candy if the sign says only take one?
I mean, no. But I'm not like those trifling kids who take the whole dang bucket. I'll take like a couple extra. I'll be like my favorites. I'm like, only one? You ain't here? Let me just...
I honestly haven't trick-or-treated in so long, but like I remember when are you saying like it's just like a random bowl like left out?
That they sit out and they're like just,
When I was a kid, I want to think that I only just took one. Like I think I was like a pretty honest person. But like if now, with the brain that I have now, you leave out a bowl, I'm taking the whole bowl. Like you're not.
Well, I got you some Reese's today.
Silly you for doing that. But also like I'm not that kind of person to like leave just the bucket out. So anyway, next question.
Would you rather switch bodies with someone for a day, like in Freaky Friday, or find out you're a witch, like in Halloweentown?
Well, it's a great question, Levi. I'm glad you asked. I've never seen Halloweentown. I don't know what that is. Now, if you said find out you're a wizard like Harry Potter, give me that life all day.
You've never seen Halloweentown?
I don't even know what it's about.
Marnie?
Is it about a Halloween town?
You're so funny.
I thought that was kind of a good joke.
Yeah, well, you also thought you were a stand-up comedian, so glad you didn't dress up as that.
That's funny.
Yeah.
But like to switch bodies with somebody for a day, like that's one day. To find out I'm a wizard for the rest of my life, easy, all day.
Yeah, I would definitely do a witch. I think like you haven't seen the movie, but there's more than witches in Halloweentown. There's like werewolves and ghosts, and like you have bad witches and good witches. It's such a
Harry Potter.
We're gonna have a movie. No, it's a Disney Channel. Like it is like you watch all 4 of them every year.
Oh, is that like a tradition for you watching Halloweentown?
And Hocus Pocus.
I think I've only ever seen like bits of Hocus Pocus.
Oh, the Sandersons?
I don't remember watching the entire movie. I've seen definitely parts of the movie, but I don't remember the movie like at all. Like I know Bette Midler's in it, I think, but
you are trifling. Hocus Pocus is like legit. Have you seen Beetlejuice?
Nope.
Never seen Beetlejuice? Caleb.
I actually, when I was a kid, I thought that was a scary movie, so I was like, I'm definitely not watching Beetlejuice.
Oh, I just watched the sequel because they had a new one.
Yeah, yeah,
and actually, it was really good.
Yeah, I've never seen like.
Well, I know we've never hung out and watched movies together.
Yeah,
but can I like introduce you to some movies?
I mean, maybe, I guess
now's the season.
Sure, whatever. Like, I'm fine with that. That's fine. We can watch like Halloweentown, but like.
I believe you would have an incredible
I've never
time.
seen like Narnia, like the Chronicles of Narnia or anything like that either. Like
that's a great movie, but I still want you to watch Halloweentown and Hocus Pocus first.
Okay.
Beetlejuice, like the original, because it's an older movie, like it's one of those where same thing with Hocus Pocus. My wife didn't watch it until we got married. And so my level of appreciation for it because of nostalgia is way different than hers. Like she's like, it's all right. Then we watched Hocus Pocus 2, great movie as well. I'm just sad
I've never
for
seen The Nightmare Before Christmas either.
I haven't really either. I know people are going to come at us for
that. Is The Nightmare Before Christmas a Christmas movie or a Halloween movie?
It's Halloween.
It's well, that might be debatable. People might think you're wrong, buddy.
I mean, it's Halloween. I mean, literally there's we both said we've never watched it. How would we know?
How would we know? But
I was about to debate you on this topic.
Let me know in the comments. Honestly, even though I've never seen it, I think it is a Christmas movie.
Oh no, I think it's a Halloween
movie. I've never
movie.
seen it.
Will you let us know if it's Halloween or Christmas?
Is The Nightmare Before Christmas a Christmas or a Halloween movie? Or
I'm pretty sure it's Halloween
wrong?
Because like
they live in Halloweentown, I think.
They do, and like he ends up being Santa somehow. There's a Pumpkin King. But I don't know. But I do know that like it's a big Halloween character.
Or are we both wrong and it's an Easter movie? Because we've never seen the movie. All right.
That's a valid point. All right. So this is a Halloween edition episode. Halloween. We're just doing like basic Halloween. I feel like next year it's going to be big with like some creepy stories and stuff like that. I did bring in Raggedy Ann, which is Annabelle. Have you ever seen the movie Annabelle? Yeah, you've seen The Conjuring.
I've seen The Conjuring.
You know that doll?
Yeah.
It was based off of a Raggedy Ann doll.
Really?
Yeah.
And you brought that demonistic.
It scares my wife, so that's why I bought it.
You bought something that you knew would intentionally scare your spouse.
I love scaring. Like I love scaring my wife. I do. I love scaring I do love scaring my kids. I don't do it a lot anymore because I don't want them to. I love scaring people. Like it is a joy of mine. I'm hard to scare. You're lucky. I was gonna put an Amazon Alexa under your chair, and mid conversation, you just hear a loud, like creepy scream.
Let me just say, I know you like to scare people, and
just watch out. There's a clown in the closet coming for you.
That's all right. Let me just say, I know you like to scare people. That is the one thing I don't like about you.
But I don't ever scare you.
I know you don't, but I watch you scare other people all the time. Like you love scaring like our friends, and I'm just like,
really?
It's so I think
I'm hurt.
It's the one thing I don't. I'm like, Levi.
Listen, I'll take the one thing over the 10 I got for you. So, I'm just kidding.
That's literally like the only thing. Like if I was like, what's Levi's one bad trait or annoying thing? I'm like, he likes to scare people.
Have you ever seen the show Scare Tactics?
I don't think so.
Oh, I grew up on that ish.
Bet you did.
Oh my gosh.
Get into some topic questions, man.
Do you hand out Halloween candy?
I personally do not. As an adult, I've never wanted to. First of all, I have basically this, by the time this comes out, my son will be 1. I have a 1-year-old kid. Before having children, you could not pay a single black man to hand out candy to kids. Like it gives creep vibes to me. I'm not about to do it. I can't do it. So no, I don't. My spouse, she loves doing it. It's the goofiest thing in the world. Before we had kids, like every year, she would turn on her porch light, and we're the good house. We have the full size bars.
Yeah, 2 houses down.
And I'm like, bro, what are we doing here? She's like, we hand out candy, and we live in kind of a bad neighborhood, just like a little bit. So we don't even get a lot of traffic. But she buys so many candy bars, and then who has to eat them and be a fat kid all day for the next 3 weeks? Me.
Gabriel now.
I'm not feeding my kid candy bars. Are you kidding me?
Well, I mean, you leave them unbuckled.
So to answer your question, shut up, Julia. That wasn't me. That was Baleb.
Oh, Baleb. I'm so sorry.
Did
Baleb.
That. It's not me. I buckle my kid in every time. So to answer your question, no, I don't hand out candy. Even now that I have a kid, I still don't want to do it. Like this year, I'm not taking him trick or treating. He's 1. He's not gonna remember it.
No, I mean, I get that.
2, nope. I'm not doing it next year either. Or 3, probably.
Was it 2 or 3 that we took Brooklyn? Yeah, it was 3. Because 3 is when they start to really understand. The first 2 years, I mean, the reason why I didn't is because I would have felt like people would have been judging me. You got this one, like, trick or treat. You know, I'm like, the candy.
If my kid can't say trick or treat, you're not going. You're not old enough. Like, no.
But I will say, I remember the first year was when she dressed up as Elsa, and we went with my parents, Ron and Mom, and Mason and Cody. And it was so cute. So that was what, 2 years ago?
How many houses did you go to before you were like, all right, can we wrap this up? Like, I would rather let me just go out and buy you, I'll buy you 5 bags of candy, bro. No. Like, we ain't gotta do.
So I understand, but I think in a couple years when you see the excitement, because I know you as a dad, when you see Gabe get so excited to go around and he can't wait to go up to each store and get candy, and it's so funny how excited, you will just eat it up. I promise you.
I hope so, because right now I'm already thinking I'm over this already.
I'm not one of those people, because there's parents out there that they go from 4 o'clock to midnight. They get every piece of candy they can. They go to every trunk or treat. I will do a couple hours and then.
Do you remember your parents taking you trick or treating?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't remember mine.
Yeah,
and that's not to say that they didn't. I just don't remember. I think my brothers, my older brothers, went with us.
So yes,
but I don't remember my parents going door to door.
I know I don't have distinctive memories of it, but I remember going trick or treating my mom, and then we would also go up to my nanny's, and she would have a little Halloween gift bag for us. But then as we got a little older, my brothers were older, we would go with them and travel around.
I'm going to text my brother really quick and ask him, did our parents ever take us trick-or-treating? Because I want to know, because David obviously was a little bit older.
Yeah.
But I want to just know, because it's not a memory that I have, and I don't
You're did our parents love us?
Hey, bro, let me ask that real quick.
Do you have a favorite Halloween memory? I mean, clearly you don't remember, so.
I do. Okay. This is the memory. So 1 year, I don't recall our parents really ever buying us the cool Halloween costumes. We had to make our own costumes. And 1 year, my brother David went as this fat hobo, and he borrowed somebody's pants, my mom's maternity pants, and a big sweater, and he stuffed it with pillows, and he looked like a big hobo, and it was so cool because I watched him run down the street and cartwheel this little fat little he looked like Violet Beauregard, just cartwheeling down the street. It was so cool. That's one memory. It's not even me. It's my brother David doing that. So this is a stupid thing that I did, and it's one of my favorite memories. So it was the day after Halloween. Halloween happened to be on a school night. So the next day you gotta get up and go to school. What I did was I made a sign that said, "Leave your leftover candy here." And I made it I put letters L, E, on each sheet of paper, and I taped it to our garage door. And I set out a cardboard box and then got on the bus to go to school.
Did people do it?
No, nobody did it.
That would have been, because honestly, people would have donated like the bad candy.
I don't know, but I thought I was, in my head, it was like the best idea. I was like, I'm going to rake in so much candy.
Do you remember as a kid, like having to check the candy?
Never crossed my mind.
Really? Like if the case there was a needle or like poison in it or something?
No, my parents would come by and go, let me check this candy real quick.
That's what I mean.
Oh, but they weren't doing it to check the candy. They wanted their parent tax.
Wait, was that what they were doing?
Well, okay, the one thing I was scared about was razor blades and apples. Because that was what I heard, that people were like shoving razor blades in apples. And so we never got apples, though. I think we did like one house gave out apples. And I was like, I'm not eating that. And not because I thought there was a razor blade in it. It was because it was an apple.
I always hated the places that handed out fruit.
Hey, you a lame house, you hand out fruit. Let me just say that. Nobody likes you.
Yeah.
And to the kid that actually likes the fruit, you're a weird kid. Ooh, I got a clementine. Bro,
What about like homemade popcorn balls and stuff like that? Do you remember getting those as kids?
Get them out of here.
But did you remember getting them?
Oh, yeah.
See, those were better than... I mean, I never really eat them.
I never ate.
Nowadays, I don't think people can make well, they can if they want.
You can, but
they don't really give out.
You're not supposed to. It's frowned upon.
It's like a unspoken rule.
Yeah, like I remember like those. Like I remember getting like the popcorn ball.
Did you ever get it in a glove where it was like a hand?
I think so. Yeah, I got that too. Again, crap candy. What are you doing? Like no. I want to meet the kid that loved getting like the apple. I want to meet the kid that loved getting like the popcorn ball. Like, you're a weird kid if you want that. Like,
Julia, was it you? Okay, good. She passed the test.
What about the people that got like they handed out like toothbrushes, like the dentist?
The dentist. One day.
Lame.
One day. I get it. It's your profession. Take care of your teeth. Make sure they're clean. I get it. You need to make sure after all that candy, brush your teeth. Got it. Put a little note tag on the candy then. We want the candy.
Let me pull these shorts down real quick. They're riding.
While he's doing that, we want the candy. We don't want no minty toothbrush and toothpaste. I get it. It's your job. But we'll pay you later when we come to clean the cavity.
I don't mean to bring attention to my crotch, but...
I know. Julia, blur the camel toe if it's camel toe.
Yo, hey, can you blur that for me? That'd be so fun.
We want the candy. We don't want no minty toothbrush and toothpaste. I get it. It's your job.
Keep them guessing. Gotta have a little mystery in this relationship.
Did you ever have like a favorite Halloween costume you wore?
Yeah, one time I had the inflatable ballerina costume that I loved. It was funny. I bought that from a coworker. He showed up in that, and I was like, "That is so." The funny thing about that ballerina costume and who I bought it from, it's like the big inflatable like tutu one. I bought it from a gay coworker.
I don't know why that's so funny.
And like I think when I knew everybody knew that Marcellus was gay. Like no one cared, but I was like when he walked in, I was like, I want that. I was like, I want that when you're done with it. He was like, you can have this immediately. This is a gag. And I was like, this is so great. But then like, now that I think about it, I was like, he wore that. Okay, whatever. So like, that was like the thing. I was like, okay, cool. That costume was cool. And then I had a pimp costume that was so cool because it was like velvet, leopard print trim. I had a pimp cane. I had a pimp hat. This gold scarf. I loved that costume. I don't know what happened to it. I'm so sad that I can't find it. But
yeah, is that what you would have dressed up as today?
No, if I still had it. Oh yeah, I think I would have. Yeah.
Now, for me, so I'm trying to remember costumes. Like I know I often chose to be a vampire for some reason. For many years I was like a vampire. But I do know, like I mentioned on the last podcast, but the name tag costume that I said, hello, my name is sexy. And then I had dressed up as a nerd underneath it. Like I liked that costume because I thought it was creative. Last year it was really fun because I had an inflatable costume where it was this big old dinosaur. I named him Brutus. And so I went around on Brutus everywhere and everyone loved my T-Rex.
Was there, when you were a kid, was there ever a costume that you wanted but didn't get? Was there ever like a costume that you saw and you were like, Mom, Dad, can I please get this? Because mine was like the ninja.
Oh yeah, that's
like
a good
like
one.
the Mortal Kombat ninja costume. I wanted to be a ninja so bad.
I don't think so. I never like really asked for like dramatic things. I would have loved like the muscle costumes like this, like of like Spider-Man or something, but I don't think I ever asked for that. But I would love like the realistic ones. There is like what are you doing, sir?
David responded, like I asked him if our parents ever took us. He said, "Yeah!" Like exclamation mark. So
Okay.
clearly,
So your parents did love you.
our parents did love us. He
Okay.
said, "Well, see, this is what he said. He said, I asked him, did our parents ever take us trick or treating? He said, yeah, I went all the time. I'm sure we did. I'm sure we all did because we all came home back with like trash bags of candy." And so I'm like, yes, but did our parents take us? Because I remember going out with just like our, my brothers, but I don't remember like our mom like walking the neighborhood with us.
Well, I mean,
Oh, he said I didn't want them to take us, so I guess they obviously did. Sorry, mom and dad. Don't mean to.
well, and I mean, a lot of times your parents at some point, at a certain age, would stay in the car while you walk to the door.
Mm-hmm.
My parents did that one year.
I don't think my parents did. I think our parents probably like walked around like the literal block, and then it was like, y'all can keep going out, because like back then it wasn't uncommon for us kids to just like run around the neighborhood like alone, like without supervision, so it was fine.
Hey, we do have some Reese's Pieces in here.
We got some Reese's Pieces.
Reese's Pieces. That's right. We in
What's
the
up,
Reese's
Brinkley?
Pieces Club.
Okay. What's the next question?
Do you have a favorite Halloween movie? Which I'm very going to be disappointed in your answer, because clearly you didn't watch the good ones, but non-scary and scary.
Favorite Halloween movie is Harry Potter. Now, I have another question. Is Harry Potter a Halloween movie, Thanksgiving movie, Christmas movie, or something else? Because I think it is it's every holiday. I will watch Harry Potter on Halloween. I'll watch it on Thanksgiving. I'll watch it on Christmas. I'll watch it on New Year's. I'll watch it on Flag Day.
Oh, this is the one
Harry
with
Potter
almonds.
is year round. I watch it often. So
This is the one with almonds.
very good. I don't have like
it is
favorite.
not a Halloween movie.
It's
yes,
not.
it has witches and like, but that's the no. It's no.
Okay, you were just talking about how Halloweentown has witches, vampires, and
It is based around Halloween though. Harry Potter is not. It at least in Harry Potter talks about Thanksgiving and Christmas. Does not talk about Halloween.
okay. So the movie
They didn't dress up as Deadpool and Wolverine.
Okay, that's did they celebrate Halloween? They do celebrate Halloween in Harry Potter. They do, but I guess they don't have costumes, which would be interesting.
Because they are the costumes.
You're funny. I don't have like a favorite like Halloween like. I don't have a favorite like scary movie. Like I have scary movies that I enjoy, but like there's no. I don't celebrate Halloween like that. Like oh, it's Halloween. Let me watch this.
You don't
scary
get spooky season vibe?
No, oh God, no.
Oh.
I don't get into Halloween. Not because of like religious reasons. I just don't get into Halloween. And I got friends that do. What are you doing? Like, who do you think like
You coming at me right now?
I just don't get it. It's not it's that's how I feel. It's not for me. I'm not decorating the house.
So I mean, I don't decorate my house in Halloween themed. We do. Okay. We do a murder mystery party every year that my wife writes. But I forgot my tangent. I will say Halloweentown, Hocus Pocus, like those are nostalgia for me. Like I love those movies. I could watch them anytime. Scary movies, I love not Paranormal Activity. I do like those. The Conjuring movies is what I was gonna say. I do really like
But
that
do you
series.
watch them like during Halloween?
Yeah, like my wife, when we got married, she did not like anything scary. I got her into scary movies where she actually enjoyed them. Now she kind of has to watch them during the daytime sometimes, but ooh, you want to watch a scary paranormal movie?
What's it called?
The Deliverance.
I don't like scary movies.
Have you heard about that one?
No, but I'm not interested. I don't like.
It's based on a real life story.
Even less interested now. Like I don't like. There's nothing to me fun about being scared, especially on purpose. Like I'm not gonna go watch a scary movie on like I literally we've talked about this before, like in our movies episode where we talked about like scary movies. I don't want to watch. I'm not doing that to be scared. I don't want to be scared on purpose.
See,
what? That doesn't.
I love like. I don't know why. I've always loved it. I think my aunt, she loves horror movies. Now I don't like gore.
I like gore. Gore's fine.
No.
Like Saw? Love Saw.
I don't like Saw.
Love Saw.
So that's funny. I I like being scared.
Like Texas Chainsaw Massacre, like that's my jam.
The Halloween movie, that's great. Friday the 13th, Freddy Krueger, Nightmare on Elm Street.
I ain't seen none of them.
Those are gory movies.
No, those are more scary than gore.
I mean, yeah, they're
like
creepy.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre had a dude literally like ripping somebody up with a chainsaw. Like
that's what Halloween is, a dude killing people with a knife.
He's got it's jump scares. It's different. Yeah, I'm not here for that. Like,
see, I don't know. It gives me a whole, like, spooky season is a thing. I get in a whole vibe.
Okay, so here's why Texas Chainsaw Massacre is okay in my book, and this is the stupidest reason. It's because it's in Texas. I live in Missouri. I'm fine. Like, in my head, that's the logic that makes it okay to watch. I'm like, oh, that's in Texas.
Is it like things that are too real?
Too real.
Okay, that could be in real life that get you.
Like, this is another dumb thing. Like, which one had the knife? Was that Michael Myers? Mm-hmm. See, I have a knife in my house, so I can never watch the Michael Myers because I own a knife. I saw a movie, it might have been him, where somebody had their hand on the door to stop the door from opening, and the knife went through the door and through the hand. I saw that. It traumatized me. I didn't touch a knife for like a little bit. And like, I own knives, so I can't watch that because he has a knife. That's too real for me.
See, I'm at the age now. I don't know if it's the age, but like, I don't necessarily like watching them. I like watching them at night, but it's if like I'm at home with my wife.
No.
If I'm by myself, then that's a little much. I did go see The Conjuring 2 in theaters by myself. It was a terrifying experience.
Like, I saw The Conjuring. Like, I had to watch The Conjuring on a Saturday morning in broad daylight. Like the shades got to be up. Like, I can't. I'm not about to get into a mood where I like get scared.
Oh yeah, I want the whole vibe.
I've shared this before on the podcast where I watched Insidious. It wasn't Insidious. It was Insidious. I watched Insidious with a girl, and I didn't make it 10 minutes in. I was like, hey, can we please turn this off?
Yeah.
I am terrified. And 10 minutes in, and I could not handle it.
Are you glad now that we're friends that I'm past the stage where every year for my birthday I want to go to the movies, to a scary movie?
I'm glad I didn't know you during that time. I would not have gone.
It was like my only birthday wish.
I wouldn't have gone. You Can Kick Rocks.
That's when Julia first met me. Like, we went and saw, was it It? It, which, first off, It is a stupid movie.
You think so?
Oh my gosh.
I've never seen it, so I don't know.
You've never seen it? No, I know. He turns into a freaking spider in the end. The spider.
Why would you spoil it for me?
You ain't gonna watch it.
I'm not.
Yeah. So you don't like being scared. That's
sure don't.
Trifling. Speaking of clowns, people dressing up as clowns in public.
What about it?
Have you seen the people that do it to scare people? Walk around with an axe and just to scare people?
See, I feel like that's right up your alley.
No, that's like.
Is that messed up because it's clowns?
No, it's because it's that's in real. I'm talking like in real life, not just on a movie.
Yeah. Like I've seen people do it.
That's twisted. Like if someone was dressed up as Michael Myers in my neighborhood with a knife in there, yeah, that would be messed up. I'll watch it on a movie, but don't come in my neighborhood. I actually have an experience about that. I was walking on a trail, and I had walked, and I was getting ready to come across this bridge. There was someone dressed up as a clown over there, walking, pacing back and forth. It was like Halloweentown, but just what's your purpose?
First of all,
you would never see me run that fast. I'm pretty sure dust flew. I ran the other way.
That's messed up, but that's hilarious.
Yeah.
That's messed up. I don't agree with it, but that's funny.
I'm telling you what, like, I've seen the videos where people like are in cars and like clowns surround them and stuff. And when I saw it in real life, whew.
Yeah, that's completely messed up. I don't agree with that. But
you just wish it was on film of me getting scared.
No, I wouldn't be happy that happened to you. Like, I'd be like, you good, but that's still like low key. That's kind of funny.
Yeah, that's what
it's
I mean.
Messed up, but it's also kind of it's messed up and funny. But no, like that's not cool. Like I don't really get like the whole clown phobia thing, because like even if you're dressed up as like Bozo the Clown, which looks like a happy clown, that like any costume that you're dressed up as is creepy outside of that, like a setting. Like if you're dressed up as a Ninja Turtle and you're walking on the plaza, that's creepy. Like, I don't care where you are. Like, that, what are you doing? Like, I don't get the clown fear. I'm not afraid of clowns.
Well, and I think a lot of that comes from the movie It. because
Yeah.
he is a clown. It was a clown. I know my friend is terrified of clowns, and actually, we went through a haunted house one time, and in it was like a room full of clowns. And so we told them, I was like, "Hey, she's terrified of clowns," and they ended up circling her, and she was scared, and we like ditched her. Well, she got me back because in that same haunted house was a dude holding a tarantula,
Like a real one?
a real one,
Hmm.
and you know what she told him? Hey, he hates spiders.
That's what you get.
I literally chased me. I was running backwards in the haunted house. He chased me until I got to a wall. I couldn't figure out how to move and put the tarantula on my back.
That's what you get. See, that's what. See, I feel
that was like karma, but he put the tarantula on my back.
See, that's again. I think that's what you get, low key, for having white friends. I feel like my white friends always do us like that. Like black people, we just don't play like that. Like you don't. In my experience, black people don't exploit each other's fears. Like if we know you don't mess with dogs, we're not gonna go get a dog and bring it around you.
Yeah,
Like
no,
we don't.
That.
But like I got white friends that do, and I'm like, bro, that's so mean.
See, well, and I will say it was different because it was in a haunted house. So we already exploited ourselves. We were going to get scared. So like we wanted her to experience it, and she wanted me to experience fear myself. So she won.
That's that
There's also a guy out at those haunted houses that like holds these rats. He has real live rats and he'll put it in his mouth. He's famous in Kansas City. Yeah, we saw him do it. It's gross.
Nasty.
Yeah. Speaking of haunted houses, do you enjoy haunted houses?
I've been to one and I'll never go to another one.
I hate that. I so badly want to go through a haunted house with you for a side quest.
Again, I don't want to.
Would you do it for the podcast?
I'm gonna.
Not this year.
Well, I'm not gonna wait a year to do it. Just get it over with. But I will. Here's what I will tell you. What I would do with you. I would go to like Worlds of Fun's like Halloween Haunt and go through those like little bitty joints, like those.
The ones where you can see the scares happening in front of you because it's so busy.
Absolutely.
Trifling.
Let me know what's coming. Like I went to a haunted house down in like the West Bottoms. It's called like Nightmare at the Morgue, and it was like the longest like 45 minutes of my life, and it honestly wasn't even that scary. It was annoying because it was so dark. I was just like, I just want to see.
Man, I like being scared. It's a lot. Well, I do.
I don't like my heart pumping like that.
So I enjoy it. It takes a lot to get me scared. Haunted houses will do it. You know what scares me most in those things? Not even the people. It's the animatronics that jump out at you. Because every time I drop to the floor, because I think it's going to knock me out in the face. Literally, like, we'll be walking and it pops up and I'm like, down on the ground.
Yeah, the animatronics is not those don't really get me because if I can see it, I'm like, all right, it's gonna move.
No, you can't see it because it's like looking, and then all of a sudden it.
Yeah, those don't really bother me. But
you need to go through the edge of
hell,
or the beast.
I'm not doing it.
Also, I will say there was one time we were in Vegas at Madame Tussauds. This one I was with my mom and Ron, and I punched my mom in the face and scared in a haunted house. You were bored by that.
You were talking about Madame Tussauds and you punched Ron in the face.
No, my mom.
Your mom punched Ron in the face.
No, I punched my mom in the face.
You punched somebody in the face.
You good, homie?
I yawned. I'm sorry.
You're a semi-professional podcaster.
I'm sorry. It's
late. See what I did there?
You're dumb.
Do you enjoy like true crime stories?
Or
like follow them?
Yes, but I don't enjoy the ones that are like, this person murdered 13 people, they haven't been caught. There's one account on TikTok that is like, he animates the story. And so this guy does this and he pulls out his pew pew and like, that's how he kind of tells a story. It's like a minute and 30 seconds. And that's the only like true crime things that I watch. It's like literally like it's a minute and a half story about how this person killed 5 people, got arrested, they caught him, and he went to trial and was found
like
guilty.
A true crime podcast, like where they tell the full story. That
I have not. I won't knock it. I've never experienced it.
See, I will go down rabbit holes. Like true crime, I love. Like when I don't know if you remember the guy. His name was Chris Watts, maybe. I don't know. He was the guy in Colorado that killed his wife and kids. Mm-hmm. And the reason why it gets me, one, because I don't understand how people can do this to other people, especially like that guy. It was his wife and his 2 kids, and I could never imagine. Like that just baffles me. And so my mind starts to wonder, like, why did their mind think that that was okay? Or like, what happened in their life? Like, wait, what got like, what's their life story? Not that I want to know their life story, but it's interesting to me. But like true crime documentaries on Netflix, all that stuff. Oh, I could watch them all day long.
Like I kind of want to watch the Dahmer one because I haven't seen it. I kind of want
the
to.
Netflix series.
Yeah, the Dahmer Netflix.
So that's
one.
not a documentary. That's like a TV show.
Oh well, I kind of want to watch it.
It's creepy.
Right, I kind of want to watch it, but again, I'm like, I'm all right.
They now have one out about the Menendez brothers, who killed their parents.
Yeah, I don't. True crime stuff, it doesn't bother me.
I love it. There's an account on YouTube I used to watch daily at work. It was called True Crime Daily. It started out because I would look up Missouri true crime because I want to know like locally. There was this one story up in Trenton. Oh my gosh, this guy was like hanging from a tree for 3 days, and finally they found it was messed up, and like they never found out who did it. And that's the thing. I'm like, dun dun dun. What?
Okay.
I'm just saying.
I get it. I'm just
you need. I'm gonna work on you, Caleb. You need some work. Well, you already answered this one. Do you find people getting scared funny?
No.
I love it. No. And I love scaring people.
Like so you talk about how you kind of enjoy scaring your children. I never want to scare my son. I never want to like. So I don't even play peekaboo with the boy. Like I'm not even like. I never want to scare him. I
don't want CPS because I like this. I don't scare him all the time. It's every blue moon.
I don't ever want to like I don't ever want to do that.
But then I want to hug them and let them know they're in a safe space.
One time, and this wasn't even trying to like scare somebody, like a jump out and scare them. I flinched at a person and they like recoiled and I was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Like I felt so bad.
Was that me?
No, it wasn't you, but it was a friend of mine. And like, I flinched at them and they recoiled. And I was like, I would never hurt you. I'm so sorry. You're
so mean.
I'm not. Shut up. I'm not mean.
I carried a head in today and my daughter got so scared. So I tossed it to my wife.
The little skull thing?
No, it was like a little head. Had like hair on it.
And your kid got scared. Why were you? What are you doing?
Well, my wife's hosting a murder mystery party, and it was like it's one of those like real life like hairstylist doll head things. And so it's creepy, and so I brought it in so my wife could have it for the murder mystery party.
Have you always like being scary, like and getting scared and stuff, and like you've always I had nightmares as a kid, man. Like
I've had nightmares too. Oh, I could recount some nightmares, and then you wake up and you're like, oh, thank God that wasn't real.
No, I've woke up screaming in nightmares. Like I remember. You want to hear a nightmare story I had once?
Where's the flashlight? Put the flashlight on your face,
boy. I remember I remember for sure 2 nightmares. One of them, and I don't know why this is the story, but I remember I was at a zoo with my mom, and in the nightmare, I was looking at the lions, and my mom in the dream. I was a child when I had this dream, so my mom was on a payphone in this dream, and a lion got my arm and started just gnawing me and trying to pull me into the cage. And I am screaming for my mother. And she's like, I'm on the phone.
Not today.
And I wake up screaming my head off. And my dad like shakes me. Caleb, wake up. Oh man, I'll never forget that nightmare. It was so traumatizing.
There were ones where like, I remember when I lived in Wellington, we had a basement, and it was the thing about this one is the basement in my dream was our actual basement. And in my brother's room was in the far corner, and these people would come out randomly. Like we were having a family dinner, come out randomly and just snatch one of us into the room. And then we like every time we'd all be like scared. And then finally, like I got out of the house because the house was locked. You couldn't get out. And they were chasing me, and like I had gotten to this fence and I started climbing it and it grabbed my leg. And then I woke up.
I'm sorry, I don't mean I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to laugh at your nightmare. That's not funny.
Yeah, it was traumatizing.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Tell me of a time someone scared you really well.
David, my brother. So this is back when I was a child. When I was a kid, like in elementary school, middle school, I was really bad about like preparing for the next day. Meaning, I always did my laundry like literally like the day before school was supposed to start, like the next day. And so my brother, who was in high school or middle school, he's older than us, and so he had the room downstairs in the basement, literally right next to the laundry room. And so often we would have to go down there at like early in the morning before he woke up to get our laundry out or start laundry or whatever, and it would wake him up, and he hated that crap. And I did it one time, and I thought I was being quiet. I snuck down there. I go into the laundry room and I'm creeping in there. I'm getting all my clothes and I have my basket and I'm like trying to tiptoe like out, like, cause you have to go through his room to get upstairs. And David got out of bed. The lights are off. Cause like I snuck through his room. Cause like, you know, I can see where I'm going, but the lights are off. I go in the laundry room, close the door, turn the light on, turn the light off. And I get my clothes. I'm creeping back. David has gotten out of bed. He's come up from behind. He put a towel over his head. And he like grabbed and screamed at me. Ah! And I threw my laundry basket up in the air. Ah! And ran out of there.
Probably sound just like that.
Oh, yeah. I was terrified.
You probably shouldn't tell me this. Do you scare easily?
Not anymore.
Okay.
I mean, like, I kind of, like, I will flinch and jump. But I always think I'm so fat you can't see my body move. So like the flinch is like almost imperceptible to the eye. But like in my mind, I flinch, but like you won't see my body like recoil. Like it'll just be like real quick where I'll just jiggle.
Oh, you didn't flinch, you jiggled.
So like, yeah, like there have been times where I've been like scared, but like the flinch is really imperceptible. And I think it's because I'm so heavy. Like you didn't see the body move. So
There was one time, I want to preface this. Me and my mom were sick. Okay. We were in our living room at our old house. And Ron, he was working in my room, and there was this like chimney, and it was an older house. So it had like this big square vent.
mm-hmm.
He thought it'd be funny. He went down to the basement, got fishing line and a lure, like a fishing lure, tied the lure onto the line. And so he opens the vent. Right below the vent is me sitting in a recliner. My mom's laying on the sectional over there. We're watching a movie. Again, we're sick. We don't feel good. But Ron then drops this thing onto the recliner. And my mom saw it. She said, "What was that? Did something just fall down?" And I didn't see it, and I didn't see anything because it was dark in the room. And I said, "No, it was probably just dust. Ron's working up there." So then we're continuing watching. A few seconds later, he starts jiggling it next to me, and I look over and I said, "Oh no, it wasn't!" And I jumped up out of the recliner over to the sectional. My mom gets up and she's like doing that like with her feet thing, and she jumps over the sectional into the bathroom, locks the door, and leaves me to die. And while Ron, we find out later, is up belly laughing up there, just can't get enough of how he scared us.
We as kids, I remember like always trying to scare like when we were kids,
brothers, but, like, and yeah.
But that was the last time. I'll tell you one thing about that laundry basket scare. That was the last time I went down to my brother's room like in the middle of the night or early in the morning. I didn't do it again.
I don't blame you. Yeah.
The reason why I don't ever like being scared is because I really feel like I'm so dumb. I believe in like demons and stuff like that, and so like I always feel like when I was a kid, like I saw them like in my house. And what it really, I remember one time, this is why I sleep with my door closed, and I'm afraid of the dark. So this is why I sleep with the door closed, and this is why I'm such a neat freak, is because I need to be able to readily identify shapes in the dark.
Some dust just came down at me.
You're so goofy. So I remember when I was a kid once, I was laying in my bed and I woke up and all I saw was in my mind was a red eye. A glowing red eye. And now that I think about it as an adult, it was the alarm system that was in the hallway.
Oh, yeah.
And it was armed and it was red.
Are you ever scared, like, whenever you turn on the lights, that someone's going to grab your foot from underneath the bed?
No, because I bought a bed that has like a sealed off like base thing, so I never think
But
about
would
that.
you? If you didn't buy that?
No.
I will admit, like, if I turn the lights on, especially, okay, so you see my house. If I go up the stairs, if I turn the lights on, turn the lights off, I run up the stairs. You ever seen those TikTok videos where it's like you flip the switch and then you run and then something's chasing you?
Yeah, I don't play that. I don't,
Yeah.
which is why, like, when I walk through the house, like, I'm so blessed to have the house that I have because there's like 2 light switches like on both ends of the room. So if I'm walking through the house, I'll turn the light switch on, walk through the room with the light on, and then as I leave the room, I turn the light off, and then I go to like the stairs in the basement. I turn off the light that's there, and then turn on the stairs light.
Yep.
Walk up the stairs, and then turn off the stairs light.
I'm the same way.
When my wife is not home, like when she's like goes out of town, I sleep with the lamp on. Like I don't sleep in pitch dark. I will. The lamp is on. The laptop is up. I'm watching Bob's Burgers until I literally fall asleep, and then I'll close the laptop. And then in the morning,
will say when your spouse isn't there, it is like more creepy.
The lamp is on. Every light in the house,
but
can be on when she's
like
not there.
I can't sleep with lights, so I do turn the lights off. But
maybe like when I
but
know.
But then every noise, you're like, what's that? What was that?
Oh, dude, I got 2 cats. Them cats be running around in the middle of the night, and I'm just like. This is where I die tonight. There is a demon in the house.
Yeah, no. So I mean, as much as I like getting scared, like I get creeped out, especially like basements and stuff like that. There was one time as a kid, I was going to bed, and all of a sudden I had this little toy piano. All of a sudden it made a noise and turned up, like it went and like a light flickered on it. I ran out I froze for a second, and then I ran out in the hallway. I said, "Mom, there's a ghost in my room." And I, for 3 days, did not sleep in my room. You want to know what it was?
What was it?
There's a timer on the piano, and after like so much amount of time, it automatically turns off and makes a sound. And that's what happened. I left it on and it automatically turned off. But I thought it was a ghost.
I got to be honest.
I dreamt about that ghost.
I'm getting a little creeped out just talking about all this scary stuff. I'm not lying. Like,
hey, is that our basketball?
This is y'all's basketball.
Okay. I thought so. Have you ever been pranked on Halloween?
On Halloween? No, but I've been
around
pranked.
Halloween.
Oh, no. I don't. If I have, it wasn't because it was like Halloween. It was because as kids, we like pranked each other. Like what we used to do, which was really kind of fun. We used to we would prop a door just open like enough and then set books on top of the door and like the trim. So if you walked into the room, the books would fall and hit you on the head. We did that. Like it was not safe to walk in our house, like and walk through an entryway. Cause
I grew up with brothers. I'm laughing because I know
we did that with books. And I mean thick books. Like it wasn't like light things. It was like thick books. We did that with like buckets of water where we would like literally like prop them up and like wait for people to walk through. So we did that a lot, but like there wasn't anything like pranks wise. I don't know.
There was one time at work, my executive director came in and she said, "Hey, do you want a caramel apple?" It was around Halloween. It's like, yeah, I'd love a caramel apple. Like she had made some fresh homemade ones. So I did. Took a huge bite. You know what that mug was? An onion.
That's funny.
I had a full bite of onion. I will say one
was it dipped in caramel too?
Yeah. So it looked like an apple.
I wonder how that tastes.
Gross. Especially when you're not expecting it. I will say one of my favorite pranks that I would used to do at the office was, we did have this like mannequin that I would hide around the office and scare people. I'd put it in bathrooms. So whenever someone walked in the bathroom, they would be scared. But I would take bubble wrap, the big pieces of it. I'd cut it out and I'd put it on when the toilet seat that comes down, I'd put it on the little ledges so that when they sat down and went pop, 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 I could hear the screams down the hallway. And we worked in a big office.
How old were you?
Oh, this was like last year.
You need help, man. Grow up.
Listen, it is a passion of mine.
I tried to fake my own death once when I was a kid.
Do we need to talk?
No, I was like, I put on a white t-shirt.
Oh, to prank somebody.
I tried to prank my mom. And so I put on a white t-shirt. I grabbed some ketchup and put it in my armpit. And then I grabbed a knife and I stuck it under my armpit like this. And I laid on the kitchen floor.
You did it in your armpit?
Where else am I going to put the ketchup?
I don't know.
Well, I had to make it seem like the knife went through my body, so I put the ketchup.
So it went right. Mom, I got stabbed in the pit.
So I laid there, and I was there for a hot minute, and I remembered, oh, she went to work. She ain't gonna be back for a long time. And so I got up, and I was like, all right, never mind. But I remember I was waiting for her to like come home, and I was like, oh, she's not gonna be home for a long time. I don't want to lay here.
Yeah, there was I lost my train of thought.
Let's go to the next question then.
Any unusual places you ever trick or treated? No.
Grocery stores?
What?
There were sometimes like you can go to like a grocery store and they were like selling like giving out candy. Like
You mean the checkers would like if you go through the line they would give you a piece of candy?
Nah, Big Lots. Maybe that was Easter. There was like an Easter bunny there.
That's odd.
I don't know.
Obviously never trick or treated, but I mean
Hy-Vee.
have you ever been in a grave on Halloween? A cemetery?
A what?
A cemetery on Halloween?
Say it again.
Have you ever been to a cemetery on Halloween night?
That is white people activity.
It was like Ron went with me one year because I was like, I want to go. And you used to not be able to, but then they made it like legal for a certain amount of time. So
never.
I went. Nothing happened. But I will tell you one other time, white people stuff. There's this hill in Belton or Raymore. So it's this gravel road. And the rumor is that a bus carrying kids was hit by a train on the train tracks. Well, if you go, I can't remember if it's down or up the hill, but if you go up the road where you can see the train tracks, you are downhill, right? You're downhill.
Mm-hmm.
But if you put the car in neutral, you will roll backwards up the hill. So we went to test it out. I tell you what, that car rolled backwards up that hill. And then my friends thought they saw, which I kind of think I saw something by the train tracks because there's rumors that it's pulling you back to the train track. And then that you'll see the kids on the track. I kind of thought I saw some little kids there. And then my friend tried to get up out the car. Now I screamed. I said, "Get in this car!" But we lived.
Never. Like, okay, did you ever play like Bloody Mary?
Oh no, no. No.
See, black people had the Candyman, where you say,
yes.
You
Have you seen that movie?
No, I'm not watching these movies.
No, it's a scary movie.
Duh. But I'm not watching these.
I'm eating all this candy over here.
I'm not watching. So I never said Bloody Mary. I've never said like the Candyman. I've never done anything.
I would be too scared to say that in the mirror.
Would you do it now?
No. No, because again, I believe in demons.
You pay taxes and you still scared to say Bloody Mary.
Would you say?
Nah, you don't play. You don't play
Exactly.
With that. You don't play about that.
Yeah, exactly. You don't play with that. All right, so we're gonna play Pick Your Poison this week again. Thank you, Dyce Games, for sending us some games.
Shout out to Dyce Games.
So,
Bad Kitty.
Bad Kitty. That one is kind of funny. It's pictures of cats and like.
I can't wait to play it.
Yeah. So, talk about something while I'm doing this.
I am very tempted to eat Reese's peanut butter cups right now.
Just
you know, while you getting that together, can I tell a That's Crazy story or a thing that like kind of gets under my skin?
Yeah.
I just want to know, and I really want y'all to comment if it's something that you experience, like especially like if you white. Like I gotta know, like when you're white, do you ever go into spaces and think, wow, ain't no black people here? Because as a black person, often I am the only black person in a room. Often. Like I do weddings a lot. I go to a lot of things. Like I have a lot of white friends. So like I get invited to things and every like it's so almost ingrained in me to like when I walk into any space, I gotta look for another black person. And too often
because you want to be the token.
Well, yeah, I don't want to be the token. I don't want to be like I don't want to feel almost alone. But like when I go into spaces and I'm like, I'm really the only black, but like y'all don't know any other black people. Like and then I think if I wasn't here, it'd be a room full of white people. And I wonder, do people that are white be in a room and be like, and then I'm white people. I just wonder if that's a thought that y'all ever have.
I pause because I don't think it's a typical thing like that I think of.
But
I will say there are times where I notice and I'm like, I mean, like no people of color here, like nothing, like there ain't
Like I see it. I don't know what it is
And
about
honestly,
me, but like I
if
see
that's the
it all
case,
the
it's
time.
probably a boring party.
Don't do that. But
I'm just saying.
But like I think that is something. I just wonder if I'm alone, like in having that thought. Like if you're white, I want to know, do you ever go into spaces and think, wow, ain't no other like people of color here? Or like when you're there, you're like, it's all white people here. Like this is it's just something that I think about. I don't know. So
but I mean also I think like vice versa. So if I was to go in a room of black people and I'm like, oh, I'm the only white person here, like I would notice because I'm the odd one out.
Yeah. But would you feel uncomfortable?
Nah, ish. I would feel like I don't fit in.
Why? You're 0.1% Nigerian.
0.07% Nigerian. Thank you. No, honestly, like that's my type of party.
Okay, let's just go to pick your poison
real
quick.
How you play is I draw from here, right? So I'm gonna draw, and it's gonna be A. Says tell every child you meet that they're adopted. Or you have to now pick a card that you think would be hard to choose between that and whatever you have.
Do I have to, is it random draw?
No, you can pick. So typically you would have like 7 cards.
Ooh, I can't do that. We're a PG podcast. Ooh.
Oh, this is the After Dark edition.
Oh, that's okay. This is funny. This is hilarious.
Okay, so tell every child you meet that they're adopted or
scam your parents out of their retirement money.
I think I'm telling the kids. Because I mean to be funny, you know. Easy that way. And it's not because I don't want to not scam my parents out. They don't have retirement money, so I'm not like it's not like they're leaving me with a lot. My mom does. I'm just playing. My mom's got some money. So, oh, really?
A little bit.
Okay. Here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna draw one. You're gonna draw one, and we'll see what.
No, you got to check them because some of these are kind of wild.
I want to read this because it's
go ahead.
But it's not one of the options. Wake up naked next to your best friend's significant other,
or perform surgery on a loved one without professional assistance.
Oh, perform surgery. I've seen Grey's Anatomy. Give me a scalpel. I'm good. I've seen movies where they've cut the little hole, put a straw through to make them breathe.
All right, so what was your one again?
Wake up naked next to your best friend's significant other.
Look, the first thing I would say if I woke up next to Julia, I can explain.
I would want to know how you could.
Like, Julia, wait, is that what it looks like? Levi, oh no. I can explain. Don't look at me. I need an adult.
You are an adult.
Like immediately, I'm like, I can explain. It's not what it looks like.
I would want to know what types of drugs you were on. All right,
I'm not about to perform surgery on a loved one. I don't know what I'm doing. Don't you...
To save their life in the moment.
Get me out of the room. I don't belong here. I need an adult.
I work in healthcare, though, so I've seen enough to get by with the basics. Right? You know, Grey's Anatomy. All right, have a spider crawl in your ear and lay its eggs while you're asleep.
Or be unable to pee without looking someone in the eyes.
Oh.
You can't pee unless you're making eye contact with somebody.
Well, we know.
What was it? What was yours?
Have a spider crawl in your ear and lay its eggs while you're asleep.
You better open your eyes and look right at me, boy.
Right?
Look right at. You can sing to me for all I care.
Yeah.
I got one. Go first.
No, you go first this time.
Bring a prostitute home for the holidays.
Have your partner make you wear a leash whenever you are with them in public.
Mom, Dad, this is Cinnamon. She's a working girl. She's an entrepreneur. She is an entrepreneur.
Stick your hand in a fryer or
start breastfeeding from your mother again. Stick my hand in that fryer.
Real quick.
Ah, gosh.
Oh, I can't say that on camera.
Yeah. Have every dog you meet immediately start humping your leg.
Watch a video of your last sexual encounter with everyone in the room.
Now, see right here what I was trying to do. Really? I was trying to see. Look, y'all laughing at me, but I thought I was doing some hot stuff right here. This moment.
You put on a whole
Nah, come here, Fido. You go ahead and hump my leg. was kind of
Have
funny.
you ever had a dog hump you?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and say me too.
Like, it's not that bad, honestly. It's not. It's like they stop after a little bit. Like, I don't.
No, put your rocket away.
I don't. They do it for like 2 seconds.
Show up to a good friend's wedding wearing a purple thong. Show up to a good friend's wedding wearing only a purple thong, or
get a 1 minute heads up every time you have to poop.
That's actually a good thing.
I gotta poop.
You gotta give.
Yeah.
I thought you meant like you get a 1 minute heads up every time you have to poop. I'm like, they're gonna tell me like I don't have to shart anymore. Thank goodness.
Jeez.
Oh my gosh.
Speaking of sharting, poop a little bit every time you sit down.
Get your grandmother addicted to heroin.
Come here, Granny. You're 95. Come here. You're gonna make the last couple months of your life real interesting.
That's trifling.
A little bit.
You got one more?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Run into your in-laws at a swingers party. Or
have your entire family convert to Scientology.
I think I'd rather run into them at a swingers party.
Okay, first of all, if I run into my in-laws at a swingers party, I'm calling my spouse immediately. And second, why am I not with my spouse? Like, why am I there by myself?
You would be with your spouse.
But that would be funny.
That would be a very awkward encounter.
Because I think the conversation is going, well, I think we both have some explaining to do. Like,
can you imagine like family dinner with the extended family afterwards?
So what you guys do this weekend? Mom, Dad, you guys want to share with y'all where you guys were at? Do you want to share where you were at? We didn't actually do anything.
We were at a convention. I ran into you there. Funny.
That's crazy.
Speaking of that's crazy.
That's crazy.
So I was lamenting over a not so fun weekend. I'm not going to get into the details of the weekend, but I came home and I was fuming about this weekend and about a person who in my mind pissed me off. And so I'm lamenting to my wife about what went wrong and what's going on and like how this person is just the worst person in my mind.
Reese's Take 5.
And so I stopped myself. I was like, babe, you got to tell me what's wrong with me. Like, am I crazy? Am I a mean person? Like, and I was like, honey, be really real with me. Like, you really got to let me know, like, what's wrong with me? Because, you know, Kiwis and all this stuff. Like, what's my problem? Like, what is it? And she said, well, you have a real short fuse for stupidity. And I was like, that's it. Wait, no, hold on. No, it's not. I don't. And I had to think about it because like she was right. I have a real short fuse, but it's not for stupidity. I think that I have a real short fuse for people who I think are smart. Like if you're ignorant, I hope and I think that I have all the grace in the world for you. If you don't know, that's okay. You don't know. Okay, let me educate you. I can help you out. Let me give you context. But if I think you know better, or if I think you already know what I'm talking about, and then you ask me a dumb question, the fuse is real short. Like it's. So I was just like, oh. So yeah, I think I have
but what if it's a dumb question in your eyes, but like it's a serious question from the other person?
Well, then
because
I become the jerk.
I ask you questions
that I think are dumb.
That you think are dumb, and so you get real snarky, and it's like a serious question.
Like on Sunday, when I walked in, Joel comes in. I said, "Joel, I need earbuds," and he said, "Why, boy?"
That was yeah.
To me, that is a stupid question. Obviously, the reason is I don't have earbuds. Like that's the context you needed.
Yeah,
you're dumb. To me, Joel, you're dumb.
So
like that's my thing. Like I thought again, like in that situation, that was to me a dumb question. So I got a real short fuse for question, and it's so sad because it's so unfair to other people because in their head, they're not asking a dumb question.
Right.
But to me, it's dumb. So I guess
fix yourself.
I'm a jerk.
Sometimes.
I can be a jerk. I'm sorry.
But if you're your friend, you know you're a good person. So I want to talk. So I have this friend. No, I don't.
Baleb.
So I cannot stand. What really grinds my gears is when people are intentionally annoying to you. Like they know something that makes you mad, so they intentionally do it. So I have this friend named Baleb, and we talked about it on the podcast. I don't remember what episode. I can't stand when people text me K. Literally, because it's literally the FU in texting. And so me and Baleb had this conversation before previously. Since that conversation, that person, I won't name names, but his name's Baleb, will respond to most things with K. Just because they know it's gonna make me just Baleb needs to fix himself. Am I right, Caleb?
Yeah, I think your friend Baleb is needs to work on that a little bit. I think he can do better.
Okay.
It's a pitiful little behavior. Intentionally annoying. That would grind my gears too, because you know with your whole heart I don't like that. You still doing it? That's evil.
Right, Baleb? That's trifling. But and he, I told him I was frustrated. He said, ran about it. Show did. Show enough. All right, folks. Thanks for hanging out with us on our Halloween episode. As always, thanks you for watching our show. Thanks for watching. We honestly, this is a huge joy of us because of the people that tune in every week and respond to our videos and comment. See us in public and mention it. It's really, really cool. So thank you for loving us, loving the show. We hope you guys have a very spooky Halloween. But yeah, thanks again for watching. But wait, did you hear that? We gotta go. There's a call. Come on, Frozone.
Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time. You're so dumb. That's a great costume, by the way, Levi. You never look better.
Thanks. It's probably my camel toe.
Mention your camel.